that the whole West Papuans are animals. But we are human. You act like animals. We never go away. The whole West Papuans and outside country exiles, not in Melbourne, but the other places as well. They are standing up with their people, their own people in West Papua. We have about 60,000 West Papuan political refugees living outside country. Many of them UK, about thousands in the Netherlands and other parts of the world as well. And we have the thousands refugees in the border in Papua New Guinea. The country of Pacific, the people of Pacific, they are watching you in Indonesia. Even Papua New Guinea, Fiji, Australia, New Zealand, in the government level, they never recognize about genocide, but the people power is real going on now. Yeah. We're trying to empower underground people in our Pacific regions, including Australia. Yes. We are telling people in Australia that stop aid military training to Indonesia.
Yes, stop it!
What Indonesian target is, he wants to kill the entire Pacific people, Papua New Guinea, even Australia. You are a liar. You are real enemy of Australia in one aspect.
They are snake! Be careful!
You know, our couple of politicians in Canberra, we already report them. The government of Australia as well watching you. New Zealand government watching you. Even we don't have enough support from the government, but all people, all human rights workers, university students, activists with us now. This is our beginner of global campaign for UN peacekeeping mission. We just launched it on 10 April 2018, just a couple of months. But now we are getting more people to join us now.
Yes, they will!
And we will never stop it. Because Australia is freedom country, not like Indonesia.
Yes!
Everyone can freely express their ideas.
It's
their
true!
aspirations. We on behalf of our people inside.
You can't stop us here.
We standing on behalf of them. We standing out on behalf of our country. Yes, we are bringing here the evidence, photos. So not only Australian consulate people, or not only this building, but everyone eyes see you. Everyone eyes see the pictures here, and I really respect the other couple of my friends here just doing now. And please share the situation inside to your network and the community, and telling the politicians that the West Papuan people need the Australian help. We are first neighbor than Indonesia. Exactly. You are first neighbor of West Papua, not Indonesia.
Exactly. It's true.
We respect about the police, Australian police. We thank you. You are standing there, and if we do our peaceful rally in West Papua, they are not like you, police. They are very repressively killing and beating about our West Papuan youth movement, KNPB members. You understand about the freedom, but what's going on with the Indonesian police? They control entire activities, huge activities, peaceful demonstration in all West Papua. But our West Papuan youngest, they are more stronger. They are going now. We never and never stop it to educate our young West Papuan, so they are together. They are, defending their own rights. They are always with their parents, the elders. They are ready to die in front of Indonesian weapons. But this is the price that they have to pay because they love their own land. Because they have long dream that they will get their own independence in the right time.
Yes, it'll be happen.
Indonesia, I tell you now, you can kill people of West Papua, but remember, you never kill international law. You will never kill our freedom. You will never kill our sovereignty right.
Yes.
We believe one day we will get our independence.
Man.
And now we remind you what happening in the future after we get our independence. We West Papuan good people. We want to make a good ties with your country.
Exactly.
You will be our neighbors. Indonesia and West Papua is a border country of the two different regions. You are border countries of your Asian region, and West Papua, we are border country of our Pacific region.
Yes.
We always care with about what's right, not like you, the government of Indonesia, and entire the bureaucrats as well, and the military police. Many ways you can lie to the public. You can lie to the government of Australia. You can lie to the government of war, but the truth will tell them.
Yeah.
The truth will tell that to the leaders, the people, policy makers in the government. We have big solidarity in Australia.
Yeah.
Because they recognize about our past relationship that West Papua people were part of Australian national history.
Yeah.
That's part of the moral responsibility. The people of Australia, they are hungry you. Many people in Australia behind us, and you will see next time. We can try to encourage them to join bigger movement.
You can't stop
We
us.
are able now with our brothers in Australia. And you are scary of the government, people of Australia. You are scary of the every single conversation on the Facebook, social mainstream media that many Australians behind us. Church people, human rights organizations, justice organization in Australia. And we have our campaign, we already started. Make West Papua safe.
Make West Papua safe.
Make West Papua safe with our other solidarity in Australia.
Amen.
And when we were traveling in speaking tour, you said that, no, this is a bullshit. The fact you talking about the West Papuan military operations, you said, this is not true. This is not true.
The liars.
But you cannot lie in the forum. The people were sitting down in front of us. We tell them, we educate them that this is the truth because we have strong evidence. We brought video. We brought the pictures from inside.
We're educated, all right? You can continue to.
Now we educated. We educating our people, the people power in Australia, and people power in the Pacific countries, and the people
You
power
can't deny
in
us.
the European countries as well, United States. You know, I tell you, how many Indonesian civilians who supporting for West Papua self-determination in Jakarta. About thousands and thousands Indonesian activists in Jakarta. They are behind us. You take them, the Indonesian activists. But you take them, but now the bigger movement going on in Jakarta. Different faith group in Jakarta, Muslim as well, they are behind us. Movement is going on in Jakarta. Movement going on other islands, Sulawesi. Our West Papuan student activists always, and they never tired. They never tired. Every time they protest against the Indonesian government, they always with their own people in West Papua. Indonesia, you using your intelligence service. You're using being buys in Jakarta to encounter, to beat them, but they will never go because they love their own freedom. And freedom is force of law. The freedom is voice of law. Whatever Indonesian changing the government's leader, the president, the situation never and will not ever change at all. You trying to use soft diplomacy with the economic, social development in West Papua, but in the reality, you using Indonesian people to implement all projects. Like you said, look, we are now funding billion and billion dollars to build construction road constructions entire in West Papua. You say, you promised, the president of the nation promised that he funding, billion and billion dollars for the railway construction. And so long. But what's happening there? Indonesia only employing all Indonesian civilians, not the West Papuan. How do you want to empower West Papuan? You are liar. How do you want to empower West Papuan? Because in your own yard in Jakarta, about million and a million people who just, sleeping on the street. We know that. You are incapable country. You are the criminal state of criminal state in the world. We understand what Australian funding aid give it to you. You misusing that money to support ISIS country. You are making this world is more criminal and more terrorist.
Exactly. Benefit
You are terrorist supporter country.
Exactly.
We never lie to our people in Australia. The government of Australia, they know that. We always and every time report to the government of Australia.
We know that. We told them.
Yes.
Shame on you.
500 million funding aid from Australian government gave to Indonesia. But those money, Indonesia, you don't lie. You just report the fairness report, misjudgment report on your paper that look like this is what we are doing in West Papua. But in the reality, it's 100% zero. They using that money, 30% out of Australian foreign aid, you using to killing the people of West Papua. You fighting ISIS organization.
Criminals.
The Muslim biggest country in the world is Indonesia. You try to influence all entire West Papuan people to follow your Sharia law. But now, the whole West Papuan understand. The all West Papuan people, they know they have their own religion, they have their own God. Not like that. Today I'm not talking about racism, but I just remind to you that you are liar in front of Australia. You say that
Shame.
look like you know, we funding, you gave us the money and we already have the West Papua. It's all bullshit.
Liars.
How many West Papuan students who are studying in Australia? How many? If compared to Indonesian students? Zero.
The liars.
Just last week, I met one of the Indonesian students in Brisbane. And he said, I used it on behalf of West Papua on the scholarship. Because they said West Papua, they are not good in English.
The liars.
That's a liar, bullshit. West Papua is very clever, naturally. Like myself, when I came in Australia, I didn't speak English. But after I came in Australia, and I used Australian facility courses, now I can speak English in front of you, Indonesia. And I went to university, and I graduated. When you say that West Papuan people is stupid, not like that. You are a liar.
I'll bicara.
Yes.
Let's continue.
Let's continue. Ntar bicara.
Papua?
Merdeka!
West Papua?
Freedom!
Okay, I'm from Papua New Guinea. The land that they call Wasi Angels. If you guys go back to the history, the start of the history, I'm from the Wasi generation. Thank you for this land. The native for this land, Aborigines, we say thank you. You are here, that's why we are here.
Yes!
If not, I don't think we all are here. By God's grace, we are here. I'm here on behalf of my family,
Yes!
my West Papua family. I'm from that Manus Island, was called Refugee Island. My natives gave the land to West Papua. And now, the Middle East and Africa was sent to Manus Island and Nauru. For what? We have problem in Pacific. Our brothers and sisters in Pacific, we are now West Papua. We still fight for freedom. And why? We bring all the people from other states to our country and give us lots of problems. You Indonesia, you know you sent the boat to bring people to Australia.
Yes.
Stop this West Papua.
Yes.
Why? We know what's happening in the government, okay? You
Yes.
can't close your eyes.
Yes.
Open it up, okay?
Exactly.
I'm from the island.
Yes.
Open it up. I'm telling you, open those